Okay, guys, welcome back to the podcast. We're here at UTT Season 6, and we've got an amazing guest here, one of the co-promoters, Vita Dani. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
So obviously UTT is a massive project for you. You've been heavily involved from the start. Just tell us a little bit about, kind of how it came about and what made you kind of get UTT off the ground.
So let me tell you this unfiltered story of
I like
mine.
it.
This was when my children were really young and we were on a family holiday to Singapore. And of course, I'd heard that ITTF has an office there. So I said, why don't we call up and see if we can reach out there and speak to somebody. So I called up Steve Dainton. Didn't know who he was. I had no idea at all. And we take an Uber and go. And we meet him with, my husband and I, when I say we, and I presented the story and our dream that we want to set up this world-class table tennis league. We'll have the best players and, we just want to create a good property for table tennis. I'm sure he heard me, and I'm not too sure how seriously he took my dream. And at the end of it, I said, hey, Steve, I think I'll have to call an Uber to go back. So he must be thinking, what kind of person is this who doesn't even have a car to go back and wants to have this league? I'm sure that was going on in his mind. And that's where it ended. We came back and, started working towards making this league. And season 1, I'm sure, again, nobody from the rest of the world took us seriously. We had to call players, we had to convince them what India can do, what production we can have. And here we are today, where we don't have problems getting lots of players, because now I think we do have a lot of credibility and people know what we can do as a country, what we can do at the league, and how much excitement it has created.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you look at it now, I don't think anyone would be laughing now when they look at the product now. It's incredible.
I think, yeah, from a player point of view, yeah, that they get taken care of really, really well. Not only that, they get so much good content to post for themselves on their social media that we always speak to them and they absolutely love that. So yeah, that there's no problems attracting big players. Yeah,
So
which is
for that, I must give credit to my entire team, because they are the ones who really work hard. And I'm glad to be here and be the face of all that hard work.
We've been really, really impressed with the attention to detail around the little bits of the league. Shout out to a guy called Chandan, who basically is working at the front door. Anytime you need a lift anywhere, one text, done, and you're where you need to go. Those little details for us as kind of content creators and players and coaches and physios and things like that, really, really, really important.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. I was going to touch on, you're talking a lot about players there and bringing over world-class players. Well, it's actually in the family for you because your son plays, right? He's actually played this season for Pune Jaguars.
That's right.
So is that part, obviously that's going to spark more of an interest for you with your son being an active player as well. How did he kind of get into table tennis?
So I think there are 2 different questions. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. First, let me get to my son, because that's where my heart is.
Of course.
So my son was actually a swimmer.
Okay.
And he would come back with medals by the dozen. And, his coach used to tell me that, this kid is definitely going to reach the Olympics. So here I was, overwhelmed and over-the-top mother. Wow, I'm going to have this son who's going to be, reaching and representing the country at the Olympics. And then there was, my mother was unwell. So she lives by herself, and to take care of her, I said, I'll move in with the children after her just to take care of her after her surgery.
Yeah.
And in her building, there is a table tennis table. And, all the children come down and play. And we have all grown up like that. We go down and just play with all the kids, whatever equipment is available and how much ever energy we have to expand. And one day while he was playing, somebody walked up to him and said, can I play with you? So he was playing with him, and then he says, I'd like to meet your mother. So of course he got him up, and he was an ex-table tennis player, and he was also coaching. And he said, your son has a lot of potential. So why don't you train him for table tennis? So I thought maybe this person wants maybe some, coaching.
Getting some money for coaching or something, or
Well, I won't say just getting money, but genuinely was looking for opportunity. So I said, yeah, sir, why don't you come twice a week and let's get started.
Nice.
Anyway, my son Mudit has too much energy. So even as a kid, I used to be the happiest when he used to go to bed in the night. Thank God now this kid has,
Leave me in some
finally-
peace.
Yeah, absolutely. So he started with table tennis. There came this time when he had to make a choice whether to pursue swimming or table tennis. So of course, as a mother, I asked him, I said, what do you want to do? And in table tennis, he was not even a school champion. And he says, I want to play table tennis. My heart sank.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God, this Olympic dream, everything came crashing down. And, said this kid wants to promote table tennis. And we said, well, it's his dream. I can't live my dreams through him. So we said, okay, so be it. And he got into table tennis. In the meantime, as a family, we are promoting lots of sports, including football, volleyball, fencing, judo, taekwondo, boxing,
Wow.
and many more. So we said, why not table tennis? So we came up with this a holistic plan, top down, bottom up, both, saying that we will promote table tennis. So here we are in table tennis.
Wow.
As a person, I have an eye for details. So we feel that experience has to be holistic. It cannot be just playing at the arena, but how do you feel as a person? How are you treated as a person? So hospitality is a big part of Indian culture. And we feel everybody should be well taken care of as guests. And if you are a happy person in the outside the playing arena, then you're a happy person inside the playing
Absolutely.
arena. And that's why we feel that every detail has to be taken care of. And at the end of it, we all work hard to earn money, yes, but to also fill our stomach and be happy. So that's an integral part for me.
Yeah, that's a really, really great approach. And it's absolutely paying off. There's so much fun being had by these guys as well. In the training hall, they're all smiling, they're all happy, they're all... And I think that then builds a better bond when they're on the table.
It took a while, but we all knew it was going to happen. The Chitle is a different beast.
We sit here today on the kind of morning of the final, and we had two absolutely epic semi-finals.
Oh, incredible. Incredible.
Some of the best action was actually on the bench, watching these players, watching the likes of Bernadette Such, who's won massive honours, and she can't watch some of these points.
Yeah, they're hiding behind their hands are literally covering their eyes. Incredible tension.
Celebrating like it is the biggest thing that they are ever going to win, which is just, absolutely unbelievable. How much has gone, or how much around this has been about providing opportunities as well for, if I think about the younger generation of Indian table tennis talent, providing a stage for them to come and shine on as well?
So I have always believed that energy is infectious. And it's important to get like-minded people who are genuinely there to promote sport. So we have got these franchisee owners who are fantastic. They come with so much of energy. They come up with so much of passion. And that is reflected when you say that, there's energy on the bench and there's energy off the bench. And I feel that maximum energy is in youth. And that's why we said that we have to eventually groom the young India. And so we started the youth league. And we said we will have a junior league, which is, of course, again, supported by Dream Foundation. And again, they come with a lot of energy as well. We said we will have all that energy come together, make like a good synergy, and have a world-class product. So I think we see a lot of traction in the youth, Also, if you look at the league, there are lots of young players.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing exceptionally well. And they bring their own contribution, they bring their own excitement. And I think it's worked well. So I always believe there's no substitute to young energy.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. You mentioned briefly there about foundation. I know you're involved in more than one in India in using sport as a vessel for not just, getting into sport, but actually a greater impact. And obviously that's something you strongly believe in with your involvement in all these different foundations.
That's right. I feel that sport can really bring about a transformation in society. So 2 hours away from here in Ahmedabad, there's a town called Kapadvanj. It is a town of 50,000 people.
Okay.
And there are still lots of differences in caste over there. And not only over there, but also in rest of India. So we have introduced sport to many of these young children over there. And they have become leaders of their community. We also do physical literacy, which means 1 hour of play for every child in school. And wherever we have supported these government schools, there are better leaders. Community differences are disappearing. There is also more respect for a girl child. That means the girl child and the boy child, or male and female, those differences are again disappearing. Differences between castes are disappearing. And there is definitely a lot more interest in enrollment in these schools because there is sports.
Yeah.
So yesterday I had gone to Kapadvanj along with the ITTF Foundation people. And you can ask them that there was one program that was conducted over there where they were like 8-year-old to 70-year-old participating. I mean, it's really bringing community together. And I don't think there can be anything better than sport that can really bring about this kind of transformation.
No, I totally agree. And we've obviously, the three of us involved in the podcast have been involved in table tennis specifically for a long time. And we often talk about no matter where we've gone or where we've studied or what else we've done, all our closest friends are still within table tennis. And it doesn't have to be table tennis. Whatever sport you do, you tend to bring those strong bonds together, I think, through sport. And it's kind of what you mentioned there. But
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a big thing. I think it's powerful, like you said. And if you can use it for good, then fantastic.
Thank you.
Just going back, obviously, back to UTT, it's the finals night today. You'll obviously be excited to see that. Oh, you're like nervous.
No, yesterday I wanted to keep some doctors and ambulances on standby because we thought the first semi-final was so exciting,
Oh, yes.
7-all each, and I mean, sets, and then the game it was, I think, 8-all. And I was like, oh my God, what is going to happen?
You can't write it.
And I said, there cannot be a semi-final that's better than this. And then there was yesterday, which was again 7-all and a golden point. And I was like, I need to stop breathing.
Yeah.
For a minute, I said, I don't know what is going to happen. That bench is going to erupt, whoever wins.
Yeah.
And of course, we saw it. It was crazy.
Final tomorrow.
On the final point, Umamba has shut down the back-to-back defending champions, Umamba TT. You thought you couldn't outdo last night, 11-9 in the 15th. Golden point, one-upped Yashasvini Gorpade under pressure after 4 points taken against her. Did not let it affect her. Clutch. It could have been over. Oh, man. And the pain on the other side. This is life. The ups and downs, but the celebrations, my goodness. Give your heart a few minutes.
Yeah, it was great. I was down courtside doing some of the content creation, and there was a few of us there, photographers and the broadcast cameras, obviously, and you could even feel the tension with those guys. They were making sure they're in the right position to get that really key shot,
I'm sure you can't get better content than that.
Definitely not. No, it was amazing, yeah. And you could see like the raw emotion of the players, the benches, even obviously it was Umumba last night, the owners in the crowd, it was just incredible, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Tom kept going. We were at the very top of the stand, and he kept walking down at the end of the first set and towards the end of the second set. And I kept set because he wanted that final shot. And I said to him, this is going to the golden point.
Yeah, Joe predicted it.
All the way it's going. And I think table tennis has these epic moments that don't have the technical kind of enablers to really bring it to life. And that's what UTT has done really well with the production value. Golden point, an alarm goes off.
There it is. We've got our very first in season 6 golden points.
I love this. I love the theatrics. I love the lights. Everything. It's pretty simple.
There's gold everywhere. There's fireworks going off.
So since you predicted yesterday's, I want to ask
Oh.
you, what's your prediction for today?
You put him on the spot.
I
Go on, Joe.
Jaipur Patriots are going to be too strong. I think Kanak
Really?
is going to put 3 on the board against Lillian. And then I think Shrija, in the form that she's in, is going to put 3 on the board as well. And then they just need 2 more.
Bold predictions. I the way it's gone
Brit
so
as well
far.
is Brit is very,
Brit's very strong.
She's having a great
again,
time here.
don't undermine the youth. Don't undermine Yashaswini. as well.
Yes.
I mean, look at what she did last night.
Yeah.
That was incredible, especially with the way it was. She had to win all 3 sets.
But
There was so much pressure.
even Kritvika as well, in the moment, just this high pressure moment, everyone's watching. You have 2 young Indian players playing it. It's just fantastic.
Actually, at the end of it, my heart reached out to her.
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, oh my God, this girl is going to have sleepless nights and weeks, So much of pressure. And I never realized that, this kind of a league would have pressure like this.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it just shows it. And I think often the focus will be on the winning team and those celebrating. But yeah, it's easy to forget, the other side of the coin.
I thought that Mumbai was done and dusted, but I think they came back from the graveyard.
Yeah, it really felt like that. Yeah. No, the way I see it, I can't see anything other than a really tight, tense game. Maybe going down to the wire again. Let's see. But whatever happens, it's going to be an awesome final, and we'll be
Isn't
there.
this great for the sport? That's
Yes.
what we need to do.
Exactly. Yeah. No, 100%.
Unpredictability and just excitement.
Yeah, and that's actually, from our perspective, I think something that maybe in the last few years, table tennis in general has lacked with the Chinese and Asian, but China especially, the dominance that they've had. There's been times where you could have 4 Chinese players in a semi-final of an event, and it became quite repetitive.
Hey, what happened in the Olympics?
Recently, it's got a lot more. Recently, it has got a lot unpredictability, but I think that it's good that it's coming back.
Yeah, I just think diversity is good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We had Truls, European, and also Hugo doing really well from South America. So it's not now.
And Felix.
Felix, of course, yeah. So it's not now only an Asian-dominated sport. It's like you said, there's more diversity to it, and especially within UTT, look at the diversity in the players we have. The young Indian players, the foreign players coming in. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and Vitor coming in. And it's just, we are happy to showcase and have more players coming from different parts of the world.
No, it's brilliant.
It just makes things exciting.
It reminded me of something there actually. So for UTT you have reserve players. So in the case a player gets injured, there's a small pool of players that can step in, like Victor did. And what I found really interesting that we were here, obviously for this season and the previous season in Chennai, is how happy and how much the reserve players are enjoying their time here. We've spent a lot of time chatting to Alberto Mino, and he's been a reserve player for the last 2 seasons, and he's just enjoying it so much. He's not even playing the league. He's just here, and that does show what's being done is good.
But I think what's exciting for me is that, say there are 3 games. Okay, somebody wins 2. So they should be happy that they won. And then there is the other player who wins 1 and is happier.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
1 point, I think that's the most exciting part for me.
100%.
Basement still 2 game points. And there it is, Adriana Diaz with the backhand, crosses the finish line. Kolkata needed this pair.
And that's what's powerful about this format, because that one set, for example, yesterday was a great example. PB Abinand, he won that. This 3rd set was key. If he hadn't won that, it was over. It would finish the game.
And
So
I think that was the turning point.
100%, yeah.
Against it at all.
He takes it! 5 in a row from down 6-9. Abinand saves a sinking ship. He lifts it out of the water somehow.
it's almost, I was thinking about it, it's almost like, you know, the relay races that you see at the Olympics, they hand it over to the next player.
That's a good analogy.
Each segment has to work, otherwise it doesn't.
That's right.
Really felt like it last night. It was almost like, can PB give the chance to the girls to go and take this home?
And Yashaswini, she brought it back.
And I mean, in that game, I could see that there was so much of pressure on both of them, you know. And they were taking their own sweet time, and umpire kept on saying that, play.
I think he just wanted to see the next point. It's like, come on, play. I want to see the next, what's going to happen.
I think it was really exciting, and I hope so is today.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure it will be. Well, look, Vita, we know you're a really busy woman, so we really appreciate your time coming on the podcast. It was great to get some insights from you and have a chat. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me over, and we always are happy that there are people like you who promote this game and take it a step ahead.
The biggest compliment we can pay you is something we've been saying. We said it last time, we said it this time. We're so jealous that you've got this and we haven't got it in England. We need to build one.
I'm happy to make this open offer. We can do this in England together with UTT.
Oh, there we go. You heard it here first, guys. So, guys, thanks again to Vita for joining us on the podcast. Don't forget to check out UTT Season 6. Head over to the website and YouTube channel for highlights. And, of course, subscribe to TTD Podcast to hear more content and more podcasts from UTT Season 6.